Raising the debt limit and reducing spending. Happening now at 6 o'clock, a deal that could appeal to members of both houses could pass later tonight. 24-Hour News 8's political reporter Rick Albin's been tracking all of the developments tonight. And Rick, a deal could have a big impact on the country's credit rating. You spoke with a Michigan lawmaker about that just a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, we kind of talked about the whole plan, what's going to happen. Here in the House, here in the Senate, they're already starting to talk about this. Now, we're told they think they've got enough votes to get this done. And here's what would happen. That $14.3 trillion debt would go up by about $2.4 trillion more dollars. Spending would be cut by about $2 trillion. That happens over 10 years, though. So it really is not going to impact the overall dollars and cents that you're going to reduce from the spending. In fact, what it means is that the overall debt is going to climb. So what is the long-term prognosis for the federal government? How much money are they going to spend? How much will they collect in tax revenue? Will they need more tax revenues? Bill Heising is a Lakeshore congressman. I talked to him today about all of those questions and also try to figure out exactly what will happen when this new debt limit goes into place. Let's talk about this in real terms. This does cut the rate of growth, but the deficit in the country will continue to grow. I mean, the $14 trillion isn't going to turn into $12 trillion. It's going to become more like $20 trillion at this rate.
Yeah, it slows the rate of growth, which isn't good enough. But we're on an aircraft carrier. We're not on a Four Winds or a Tierra where you're just going to be able to turn the wheel and head in a completely different direction. We have to have a glide path here, and even the most aggressive budgets that I voted for with the Republican Study Committee and Paul Ryan's budget and others, there's a glide path. Again, I voted for every single additional cut. I think I'm one of 42 people in the House that have voted for every single additional cut to our budgets. We have to get realistic. We have to have an honest, fact-based conversation with the American people. But this is a small start, and I'm willing to take that small win and build on it.
Republicans also talk about the potential, and it's a real long-term prospect for a potential balanced budget amendment. So now, a default has been averted. The real question about spending and taxing in Washington remains an open question, and one we will continue to follow. From the live desk, I'm Rick Albin. Back to you.
Michigan's budget director is looking ahead at what the nation's debt deal will mean for our state. Tonight, John Nixon says the deal will definitely mean fewer federal dollars, though he says he doesn't know yet what will be cut. He says the Snyder administration will be watching in order to plan accordingly. Right now, some 44% of the state's budget comes from federal funds.
We are continuing to stay on top of this developing situation out of Washington for you. You can find an up-to-the-minute information at woodtv.com and late-breaking developments tonight at 10 o'clock on WXSP and 11 o'clock right here on Wood TV 8.